In the last video, we set up your own company, your employees and teams. Now we're looking at your company's environment, all other organizations you work with, customers, suppliers, partners. This is your central hub for managing all business relationships. And here's where it gets really practical. You can give customers free access, set individual billing rules, and sync all contacts with your operating system. We'll first look at a finished organization so you understand how everything connects. Then we'll create a new one together. I'm opening the organization ACME Incorporated. In the Overview tab, you see all basic information on the left. Short name is ACME. This is important because this abbreviation appears in all lists. You recognize ACME immediately by its color. Then you see name type, which is customer here, legal form and the logo. The hourly rate can be individual for each organization. This is gold when you have different conditions with different customers. On the top right, you see the members, all contacts of this organization. With Manage Members, you can add or remove people. On the bottom right, the projects, all projects running with ACME. You see short name, name and type. With Manage Projects, you can create new projects. But careful, much more on projects comes later. I'm going to the Members tab and clicking on Lisa Miller. Here you see all details about this contact person. Basic info, name, position, date of birth. Now here's the important part, access to Leadtime. Here allow login is activated and the role is guest. What does this mean? Lisa Miller can log into the Leadtime system, but, and this is crucial, she only sees her own projects. No internal data, no other customers, nothing. This is completely secure. And the best part? Guest users don't create license costs. So you can invite as many customers as you want without paying more. Further down, you see contact details with address, email, phone, and the personality with influence level and attitude. This helps you assess how important this person is and how they feel about you. I'm switching to the journal. Here you document the relationship with the customer. You can create entries, leave notes, record moods. This is extremely valuable. When a colleague contacts Lisa, they immediately know what was discussed last time. Back to ACME. I'm going to the Projects tab. This company has one support project. You see its short name, category, status, open tasks. But as I said, much more on projects comes later. We'll leave it like this for now. The Letters tab is a nice little feature. Here you manage all letters for this organization. Even today, you occasionally need to write a formal letter. In the content field, you can use macros by typing the hashtag symbol. This opens a menu with placeholders like Dear for the greeting or client company name for the organization name. The macros automatically fill in the correct data. I click PDF Preview and there's the finished letter. I'm going to Settings and then Basic Settings. Here are the organization's basic data. Address with street, city, country, tax number, registration number, register code. Now Settings and then Invoice Settings. Here it gets interesting. You can set individual billing rules for each organization that differ from your general workspace settings. For example, individual hourly rate. The hourly rate field you can set to 120 euros for ACME, while your standard might be 100 euros. Each organization has its own hourly rate. This calculates automatically in all billings. Or late fees and default interest. You see Enable Late Fee and Enable Interest on Arrears. For large important customers you can turn this off. They don't get reminder fees even if they pay later. For small customers you leave it on. Days until due is the payment term. Standard is 14 days. But for ACME, you can set 30 days. This gives you full control. the right conditions for each customer without having to manually intervene with every invoice. There's more. Invoice texts with macros for personalized invoices and reminders. I won't show this now, but you see, everything is customizable. Quick mention. Each organization can have its own help desk. You set up an email address and all emails coming in are automatically turned into tickets in a project. More on this later. Now we've understood how organizations work. Now let's create one ourselves. I go to Organizations and click Add Organization. Icon. I'm choosing a lightning emoji. Fits an energy company. Short name, VOLT. This is important because this name appears in all lists. When you later have 100 projects, you recognize by VOLT immediately that it's about Voltago. Name, Voltago Energy GmbH. Color, I'm choosing a bright yellow. Why is this important? Because this color appears everywhere in the system. In projects, in tickets, in the pipeline. You see yellow and know that's Voltago. Type, customer. Legal form, GmbH. Then the contact details. Address, email, phone. I'll fill this out quickly. I click Save and Done. Voltago Energy GmbH is created. Now I'm adding an employee. I go to the Members tab and click Add Member. Name, Max Schneider. Position, Project Manager. Entering email. If I want, I can activate Allow Login and give him guest access. But I won't do that now. Save and Done. Max Schneider is created. I go to the main menu and click on Address Book. Here you see all contacts, your own employees and all contacts from the organizations. Everything in one place. There are different tabs. All contacts, employees, which is only your own people, organization members, which are external contacts. This is your single source of truth for contacts. Everything here is current and correct. Now comes something very practical. CardDAV sync. I click on the button Sync via CardDAV. A dialog opens. Here you see CardDAV URL, which is https://leadtime.de. Username, which is a generated ID. Password, which is automatically generated and can be recreated. What does this give you? You take these login credentials and enter them in your operating system. Apple contacts on Mac, iOS on iPhone, Thunderbird on Linux. And then you always have the current contacts of your company on all devices. You now understand how organizations work in Leadtime. You can invite customers as guest users for free so they can track their projects. You can set individual billing rules for each organization. You can generate letters with macros in seconds. And you can sync all contacts with your operating system. And now comes your task. Create all organizations your company works with, customers, suppliers, partners, and add their employees. I know, that's a lot of work. But the good news, there's the data importer. You can upload all organizations and their employees via CSV in just a few minutes. How exactly this works, we'll show you in a separate video about the data importer. There you'll see step by step how to import internal employees, organizations, and their staff. In the next video, we'll look at project structure, how you create internal and external projects, distinguish between ongoing and single projects, and how you quickly import projects. See you in the next video,